Rain cascaded relentlessly that afternoon, soaking through my clothes and chilling my core. My sodden coat weighed on my shoulders as I hunched on a park bench, picking at a dry sandwich that tasted like dust. Grief had robbed food of its savor. A figure moved in the nearby shadows, a man, ragged and worn, his eyes cutting through the grime on his face. I extended the untouched half of my meal to him. He took it with a silent nod, eating slowly, then slipped a crumpled note into my palm. A phone number. His voice sliced through the storm's howl. The time has come to right a wrong. Your wife's father will pay for his crimes. My heart froze. My wife's father, Charles Whitmore. The man who stood at her funeral with an expression as cold as marble, as if her death was a mere trifle. In that instant, I sensed this stranger carried a truth I'd been too blind to see. My love for my wife had been a wildfire, uncontainable and fierce. She was light, warmth, and defiance, standing by me when her father sneered at my lack of riches or influence. Charles Whitmore, the untouchable tycoon, measured worth in wealth and obedience. I had neither. He despised me, yet she chose me, loved me fiercely. Then came the wreck, a car crash on a desolate road, brakes that betrayed her. She was gone in a heartbeat. I laid her to rest, burying half my soul with her. Charles masked his apathy with crocodile tears. That night, the phone number burned in my pocket until sorrow overcame caution. I dialed. A calm, icy voice answered. Her death was no accident. It was murder. Her father wanted her free of you. He tampered with the car, paid for the deed. The world spun. My pulse roared. I demanded proof. The voice gave me a time and place to meet. A week later, in a dim motel room, I clutched photographs, a mechanic's report, and bank records, all pointing to Charles Whitmore's accounts. My knees gave way under the crushing weight of betrayal. The man who raised her had stolen her life because of me. I didn't rage or storm his estate. Anger fades. Revenge requires focus. I began crafting my plan. First, I targeted his fortune. Charles had foes in the business world, sharks waiting for his stumble. I created a phantom company, sleek and invisible, to drain his wealth through disastrous deals. Next, the evidence. The mechanic who took his bribe was spineless, swayed by money and fear. Under duress, he confessed on camera, his voice quaking. I seeded rumors in the media, anonymous tips that eager reporters chased. While Charles Whitmore stood as a pillar of industry, I wove a trap beneath him. Step 1: Isolation. His allies grew cautious as his empire bled from failed ventures. Step 2: Exposure. I sent the mechanic's confession and financial trails to a journalist who loathed Whitmore. The story simmered, building pressure. Step 3: The spotlight. His yearly gala, where he basked in the glow of wealth and influence. I slipped in through a sympathetic donor, cloaked in shadow, steady as a tomb. The ballroom gleamed with chandeliers and clinking flutes. Charles preened, untouchable. I melted into the crowd, a phantom with a final gift. The journalist arrived, armed with the truth, timed impeccably. Phones lit up with alerts, screens blazing. Whispers turned to gasps. The headline scorched every device. Whitmore tied to daughter's killing. His face drained of color, his hands trembled as cameras swarmed. I stepped into his view, our gazes locking through the chaos. For one brief moment he saw me, not the nobody he scorned, but the mastermind of his downfall. He faltered, speechless, as the crowd engulfed him. His empire collapsed under the scandal's weight. Within days, his board cast him out. Lawsuits mounted. The mechanic testified in court. The police opened a criminal investigation. His name, once a symbol of might, became a curse in every newsroom. I faded from view, satisfied in solitude. Vengeance isn't about triumph. It's about stripping the guilty bare. Some nights, her laughter haunts me, sharp enough to cut. I cling to it, though it tears me open. I couldn't bring her back, but I made her justice my mission. Charles Whitmore will die shattered, alone, knowing his greed erased his legacy. That is my solace. If my actions carry a cost, I'll bear it. Justice was worth every meticulous step. I shared a sandwich with a weary stranger, and in return he gave me the key to retribution. A just trade.